Hey guys, what's up? It's Nicole. Welcome back to my channel, Real Talk Recovery, where we talk about recovery from addiction and I share my life with you. I thought I would come on and we could do a courage to change meditation before I go to sleep. I've got on this new hoodie I got the other day. It's like a tie-dye blue.
You said,
Hey Cindy.
You said, if you leave it charged in a plugger, in the plug-in with the phone on, it's at 0%.
Okay, I'll be up there in a second. Let me finish the meditation, okay? Hey Bullets, what's up, baby? Hey Dr. B, what's up? Okay, guys, so I want to go ahead and I want to end this weekend on a positive note. So I thought I would jump on. Thanks, Bullets. And we could do our Courage to Change meditation. Remember, this is the phone number to Real Talk Recovery if you are struggling with the disease of addiction and you need support or you need help finding resources. Just call this number. The phone number is 501-991-5149. So, yeah. If you need it, I hope that helps. Sorry about that notification. I hope that helps. And let's get into the meditation, you guys. Okay, so today, what's today's date? Do you guys know? Is it I don't even know. Is it the 13th, 14th, or the 15th? Okay, let me think. So the 11th was Friday, Saturday's the 12th, Sunday's the 13th. Okay, so today's the 13th. Here we go. You guys ready?
Mom,
I'm doing meditation.
Well, the TV is blank.
I'll be there in just a second. You can wait just a second. Okay, here we go, guys. October 13th. Meetings opened my eyes to something I had never thought about before. Shouting and slamming doors were not the best way to handle an already difficult situation. While there may be no harm in occasionally letting off steam with a raised voice, shouting can become a destructive habit. I'd never thought to ask myself if this was how I wanted to behave. Did this behavior get me what I wanted or encourage me to feel good about myself? When I took a good look, I realized that the answer to this question was no. Loud, angry words and actions demonstrated my frustration and pushed away all hope for peaceful solutions to my problems. The slogan that helps me back to a rational state of mind is "Easy does it." When I use this slogan to quiet myself on the inside, it is easier to quiet the outside as well. Today's reminder: I am seeking a saner approach to everything I encounter. The slogans can be valuable resources of sanity in chaotic situations. Today, if I am tempted to act out of anger or frustration, I will remember that easy does it. I will try to apply easy does it to every incident that might increase the tension and cause an explosion.
In Pencil World.
Okay, so I know for me, because, and I sometimes I think like it's because of the way I was raised and the way our family communicates, because my dad is really, really loud and he's Italian and my mom is Mexican. So when we were growing up, my dad, it would sound like he was yelling at us, but he wasn't, because that was just his voice. Like, he's just super loud and he uses his hands when he talks and just like on, And so, but I know for me, like sometimes you guys, I struggle with, instead of taking time to respond to things and thinking about them before I respond, I will just jump and react. And a lot of the times it's because I'm offended or I'm hurt by something that someone says, and I think what I always have to remember is that we are all trying to get better, we're all trying to better our lives, and we're not all in the same spot, right? Like, okay, so where I might be aware that I jump and I yell and I scream and I get overly emotional about things, like, I'm aware of that. I'm very self-aware of that. Someone else in their recovery might not be to that point yet where they are aware that that's how they react. You know what I'm saying? Like, they might think that they're reacting accordingly, but in all actuality, you know, it's a reaction and not a response. And so I guess what I'm trying to say is, like, it's taken time for me to realize, Nate, please be quiet. It's taken time for me to realize that when I respond to things, sometimes I have to stop and pause. And that's one of the things that they teach in the 12-step fellowship in AA. They, a lot of times, and I think they might even teach you this in like rehabs, is to pause when agitated. Okay, in fact, let me find where it talks about it, because it talks about pausing when we're agitated and kind of just taking a second to think about things before we say them. And then, you know, when I was growing up as a young girl, I can remember my mom saying, you know, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all, you know. Okay, so let me read this to you guys. Anyway, I can't find it, and I don't want to sit here just looking. So anyway, pause when you're agitated, okay? Pause and think about things before you say them. And you can take that in anything in your life, okay? Social media interactions, maybe at your job, like if you have somebody that you work with that kind of like drives you insane, that's always like riding your ass or something, always telling you what you're doing wrong instead of like telling you what you're doing right. A lot of the times I get into that kind of situation when I'm working side by side with somebody, because I am a very fast worker. Hey, Richard. And I like to get in and get my job done, and I don't waste time. You know what I'm saying? And so a lot of the times when I'm working side by side with somebody else that's slower than me, it drives me insane. And so a lot of the times I try to, like I said, pause and just chill out and let bygones be bygones. If they're going slow, I'll go outside, then I'll come back in and we'll catch up together, you know? And it's hard. Sometimes we just have to let things be the way they're going to be. You know, I've learned so much from having a YouTube channel, and I've learned so much over the last year that has helped me in my everyday life. I've learned that, you know, one of the things that was really hard for me to learn was that not everyone was going to like me. And that was really hard for me because, you know, when I came onto YouTube, I thought that it was just going to be this great place where everyone like supported each other and wanted each other to do good. And it's not like that, you know. And it's been an eye-opening experience for me. But I also want you guys to know that, like, I have learned that, you know, I would rather apologize to someone if they're hurting and try to make a situation right, even if I didn't do anything wrong, even if I know that I'm right in my heart of hearts. Maybe that person is struggling so much that they just need someone else to talk to, you know? And I'm just like tired of fighting against people, you know what I mean? I'm tired of like arguing, and I want to have peace of mind, and I want to have peace in my life, and it drains me of all positive energy when I'm fighting with people, you know? And so I'm just so grateful that all the things that I had going on that were negative, they're all gone. I have no problems with anybody. I have no ill feelings towards anyone. Like, everything is just falling into place, and I feel like now I can move forward. I can do my YouTube channel. I don't have to worry. I can come on here and be happy. I don't have to think about what I'm saying, because what I'm saying is just what's on my heart. You know, like, when it just feels so much better. And that's because I've started to learn to think before I react to things. And I've started to not respond to everything. That just because someone addresses something doesn't mean I have to give an answer for it. You know, there are some things that I can keep private in my life. You know, when I came on here, I thought I had to tell everything. And there's some things that I don't have to tell. And that's important because I have to protect my kid and my family and myself and my husband and my mom and dad, I've learned so much, you guys, over the last year that I wish I could have learned it without having to go through it. But every single time I have to go through something, you guys, to learn, I cannot hear it from someone else. I have to learn it through my own experience. And I'm sure you guys can relate because I feel like all of us addicts are like that. We have to learn from the experience. It's almost like we torture ourselves. You know what I'm saying? And so, anyway, now that I'm seeing the patterns in my life and seeing how, I don't have to go through these things anymore. Like, I can listen, and I'm going to start listening to what people say, and I'm going to start watching and seeing. I'm going to listen to how people treat me, and I'm going to watch how they treat me. And that right there will show whether those people deserve to be in my life. And I want you guys to start doing the same thing. Because people are going to show you and they're going to talk to you how they're going to treat you. If they love you and they respect you and they want what's best for you, then they're going to treat you with love and respect. And they're going to speak to you with love and respect. And they're going to stand up for you and they're going to be there for you. They're not going to be two-faced behind your back. They're not going to be over somewhere else saying bad things about you. They're not. That people are going to show you how they're going to treat you. And that's what I have to stop putting people in my life who are going to treat me bad, and here's another thing I'm learning. You can only give so many chances, you know what I'm saying? And so I feel like also because I'm an addict, it's like I have this feeling that I have to be liked by everyone. And so when someone does me wrong, I'm like, oh, I'll just give them one more chance. And then they do me wrong again. Oh, I'll give them one more chance. And that doesn't mean I'm not forgiving them, but that doesn't mean I have to have them in my life to harm me again, because then it becomes my fault. When I'm allowing somebody to be in my life that keeps harming me, that's on me. First time, it's shame on them. Second time, it's on me. Third time, it's on me. I've got to start taking responsibility and protecting myself better. And so all you guys need to do that too. It's just a lot of insecurity and that need to please people because we're people-pleasing drug addicts. That's what we do. We want to be accepted. We want to be a part of. And a lot of the people that we all are around are still sick, and so just because you're sick in your addiction doesn't mean you need to treat people bad, okay? It doesn't give you a free pass to be an asshole, all right? It doesn't. And so I've learned that too, like, we have to start treating people better, you guys. And I'm talking about myself too, like, I'm going to treat people better. I want to love people. I want them to know that they can come to Real Talk Recovery and have support. So I don't know how I got on that subject, but I guess I needed to say it. So I hope you guys have a good night. Like I said, we all need to learn how to treat ourselves better, and in the long run, by treating ourselves better and taking care of ourselves and holding ourselves up to a higher standard, then people who are in our lives are going to treat us better because they're going to say, look at Nicole. She loves herself. She has respect. She has dignity. I want to be like that. I want to be around people who are respectful and have dignity and who feel good about themselves. You know what I'm saying? Because we're really just mirroring what we are. The people around us are what we are. So if I have a bunch of shitty people all around me, then guess what? That's because I'm being shitty. So you're the people who you're around. If you want to be a winner and you want to be happy and you want to be positive and you want to have a good life, then grab people that are doing that and that have that and have them surround you. I'm telling you guys, because it's so much harder to pull all these people up than to start following other people and have them and look up to them. Like, I tried for so long to pull other people up with me, and it started pulling me down, and it's like, I have to get focused. We have to refocus Real Talk Recovery, and we all have to get back on, get back on track and start staying positive, lifting each other up, no drama, no chaos, no gossip. I don't want to see any of you guys on any drama channels. You won't see me on any drama channels, because here's the thing. When those drama channels, they start leaking into our everyday life. I know you guys don't. It's like when you watch that stuff, that content that we take in is what we start acting out in our own lives. Hey, I'm guilty. I am 100% guilty. Okay, I'm taking responsibility. Okay, sometimes I can't help it. I get into the drama. It's so addicting, but it ends up mirroring in my life. And so
Mom,
I want us all to get back on track. Let's start this week off positive. Tomorrow is Monday. I will see you guys tomorrow night at 7 p.m. for our 12 and 12. So we're on step 2, tradition 2, tomorrow at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And yeah, I love you guys. And this is going to happen every now and then where, like, I'm veering off a little bit, and so then I catch myself, and then we get back on, because I'm human. You're human. We make mistakes. You know what I'm saying? But let's get ourselves realigned and back on the positive lifestyle and trying to better our lives. And I'm going to do the same. And I love you guys. Thank you for sticking it out with me. You know, I'll be the first to admit when I'm struggling. And you guys know, I got a little bit off track with some of the drama for a little bit there. And it happens to me about every 6 months. I'll hit a little drama relapse, and then I'll get back on track. And then 6 months will go by and I'll relapse on some drama, and then I'll get back. So at least I'm not getting on drugs, right? So it is what it is. I'm just working to be a better person one day at a time. I'm going to get this child because he is all up in my ear. You want to say goodnight to everybody?
I was about to say, could we light our pumpkin?
Yes, we can light up our pumpkin. Yeah. Say goodnight.
Good night.
Have a good night, you guys.
Have a good night.